There we go. Haha. That'll do. I'll make myself a little bit smaller for the game as well. Excellent. Alright, so yeah. This is War on Xmas. James Earl Cox III game. Alright. Yeah, I really like the little hover dude here. Oh. I see. Excellent. Excellent work with the links. Alright. Press space to start. Let's do it. Was that a BFXer generated sound? Sounded very similar to one of the default BFXer sounds. After the collates destroyed the mass colonies, one mass through. Okay, the citizens of Xmas knew what was coming. With unanimous planet-wide governmental vote, the nations of Xmas began fortifying, training their populations on basic combat, and dedicating massive sums of wealth to their militaries. They rest assured. Okay, I'm not going to be able to read this out loud and read it. Even with full globalized defense preparation underway, the invasion of the collates was a surprise, and their ships swarming from space, taking out key military installations worldwide. The people of Xmas wouldn't let down, fighting tooth and nail to keep their planet from befalling the same fates as IMAS through. It still wasn't enough. One mass through six mass? I don't know my Roman numerals well enough. The governments agreed that they had to unleash their secret task force weapon. Well, I missed that. Alright. That was interesting. When I before I had spawned in, I pressed W and the camera already started zooming out a little. Interesting. It's an interesting effect, like as you walk, the camera just zooms out more. Interesting. All right. Excellent. I see. Okay, so when I'm firing the crosshair turns like yellow, and then my pointer turns yellow, and then it's red for like kind of hit marker type thing. Oh no. Oh, God. Take two. I absolutely love this like animation style with the I guess the higher resolution pictures. Like that's something I think I was talking to Aiden about a style that I want to play with, which is very similar to this, except with like almost like a ARV in the sense that like you have like real pictures of people, but animated in this kind of same fashion, where it's just a few still frames that loop through. What's going on over here? a good tree. I'm about that tree. So when you fire, you like stop and kneel to fire. Is that like fairly like? What was the decision like? What was the thought process behind stopping the player from moving and like not allowing them to stray full firing? Oh, because like it works pretty well with the oh frack, it works pretty well with the like fact that if I get even touched by them once, I'm gonna die, and it works pretty well with like the almost bullet hell light feel this has got going on. Like, it makes me a little bit more careful about when I stop to shoot. Part of me really wants those trees to be more significant than just decoration. Like they stand, it seems to like it feels to me like they stand out from the environment a bit, and I want them to have some kind of significance. That's just me though. I need a new plan. I am Commander Rudolph Santa of the Elite Lethal Veteran Eliminator Squad, and I am going to get vengeance on the Coalites for what they have done to my family. I grew up on a small farm in the North Pole of Xmas, and spent the majority of my childhood peacefully until the government called me into action to serve and protect our planet. If the Coalites hit our North Pole base this hard, then my family is sure to have been destroyed. My mission is simple. Activate the Hail Mary weapon hidden outside of enemy reach. If I am to stand a chance getting near the Hail Mary, I have to gather an attack force. Tragically, it seems all of the North Base's active troops have been killed or infected. Perhaps if I can find a new teleportation pad, then maybe I can teleport in troops who went into hiding. Good tidings we bring. So I haven't hit F2 or F4 yet. I think I might do that here soon. Excellent. Seems like whatever's happening there though really destroys frame rate. Like, what does load do then? There's nothing to load. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know what I expected. Dead dove.jpg. That worked, yeah. Yeah. I like this a lot. Hey there, friends. We need to try for some more support if we want to pull this off. Me too. Oh, hello, friends. Oh, hey there. I like how you put the little, like, ring around the, around your character, since they're identical. It's a good way to distinguish between the two of them. Although it would be interesting, I don't know, maybe this is a thing. It would be interesting if, like, Rudolph Santa died and I just moved to another elf. Yeah, that might be a thing, I don't know. Hey there. I see you over here. I'm trying to be sly. Oh. Down here. Oh, there's a lot down there. I'm gonna just I'm gonna go to this telepup first. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty rad. What about this? Oh, geez. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sad. Lost in hell. Woo. I love how festive their bullets are. Ooh. Oh, geez. Ooh. This frack all over again. I feel. Oh, no! Oh, this is the worst. I've lost all my friends. Seems like there are a few active teleportation pads left in the North Pole base. I will keep searching to reinforce my numbers. Yeah, I have no numbers now. My funnest memory growing up was sledding down a hillside as my father chased behind. We didn't have much money, so he built the sled himself. A true present comes from the heart. A phrase he uttered once, but will stick with me forever. A phase. I remember that it was in that cold weather season that our space puppy passed away. Happy and warm in front of our fireplace, he slipped into sleep and never woke on that peaceful, silent night. I will win this war for you too, my long-lost little pup. This is my winter promise. Deck the halls. Holy moly. Ugh. I really enjoy how this is like losing your elves is like detrimental, but not in a super extreme way. It just slows you down more than anything. It doesn't like make the game suddenly impossible, or even terribly much more difficult. You just have to be a little more careful. Ooh. Good. I will survive this for my pup. That is my promise to my pup. So, oh no! I literally just said I was gonna survive. One thing that I find kind of annoying is like if I walk into a wall, I kind of get stuck to it. And I thought that wouldn't be too bad until just a minute ago when one of my elf buddies also walked into a wall. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. And then he got stuck, but I wasn't quite stuck. And then so he just got pushed back a little bit further. That's just, I don't think it's terrible, but it was kind of annoying. Something I don't feel like had to happen. Get over here, friendo. Ooh. Hey there. Hey. Oh, well, now we're on top of each other. Yeah, see, there's a situation where I just got stuck on that corner, and now, like, we're kind of staying on top of each other, which isn't, again, the biggest issue, but a little annoying. Ooh. They don't stop coming. Smash Mouth warned me of this. Hey guys, hey. Ooh. Woo! Oh, come on. I'm bad at video games. Yeah, I can see how this game would be significantly easier with strafing, like the ability to fire and strafe. So like being forced to sit down and shoot is kind of enhances the experience. Makes it a little bit more difficult, at least. Woo. Although it still feels to me a little jarring to stop like full out, like coming to an all out stop to shoot. It might be interesting to just really like seriously slow you down while you fire. Okay, look here. There we go. Whoa. Try a new strat, spread these guys out a bit instead of making a big cluster. I really love this formation gameplay going on though. It's really fun. Oh god. I have to keep track of so many people now though. Oh no. Oh no. Dang it. That dude was going fast. Speedy boy. Whoa. Apparently I'm extra garbage at video games. Hey, get out of here. Man, I just realized that these dudes look a lot like flying reindeer heads, and I feel like I've missed the fact that they're like that this entire time. I feel kind of dumb about that. Oh. Oh, hello, friends. Oh man, I just... Oh, I intended to do it all. I can no longer explore the inside of North Base, as the Coalites have swarmed inside. For my last act in the north, I need to do a perimeter search for any external teleporter platforms. From here, I will go underground and head towards the Hail Mary. My first weeks in military training were tough. Waking from my sleep with nightmares of Coalite attacks and grueling day exercises. Now it seems my nightmares came true, and the training may be the only thing keeping me alive. I have to make it to the Mary weapon, and I have to use it on our planet, Xmas. Maybe it's cold outside. Excellent. Here's another standard case of me missing a joke until just now. Coalites is a great, excellent pun. Good work. Also, I think chat broke a while back. I tried refreshing it, and it's still... We're gonna give that... Oh, that didn't do what I wanted. Alright. Let's see. Let's take a look at chat here. Chat is being iffy. I hadn't heard Baby James speak in a while. I missed your sweet text. Yeah, I'm sorry if I missed stuff. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. I don't know what's doing. But my chat will not load. Ugh. Let's take a look here. Network error. Weird. Have I just been chilling out in a bubble where I thought everything was going perfectly fine and nothing's been going right this whole time? Did my internet go down? Oh no. I think it might be a Twitch thing. I see this tweet. Hold on. Okay. That's unfortunate. So at least you were able to hear me. I was afraid for a second that my internet was down. Oh. Alright. I also just made the biggest mistake of my life by hitting escape. I'm terrible. I'm garbage. Alright, well, we can try setting up like a, you want to set up like a voice chat or something so we can at least talk, live during game. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I wish we'd be able to have a little more two-way discussion than me just being like this. Well, that's right. Alright, back to the fun. I'm gonna try to crank my way back to where I was. Oh yeah, this is what I need. I'm really into this. Skype. I don't know if I have Skype installed right now. Let's find out. Ooh. I have Skype pre now. I usually use Google Hangouts. If that works. I don't know. My only concern with that is that it might not work with my microphone being used for OBS. That was my only concern with that. Let's see. All right. Ooh. Video and everything. And on the other webcam. I guess we can do that. I'm not going to push video though. That would be too much for the stream. Ooh. Let's see if we can do it without breaking the stream. Can we do it? Perhaps. Okay, this seems to be working. Turn off video. All right. Yeah, it seems to be working okay. All right, I'll send you an invite link. In that case, you might want to pop some headphones on as well. All right, let's get some ear helpers on. Ugh. All right. Oh no. Hello? I can see that you're making sound, but I can't hear the sound, and this disappoints me. This is the worst. All right, let's figure this out. Live troubleshooting. I doubt it's an OBS thing. I doubt it's OBS because I can. Shouldn't be. All right, we're gonna push the stream over to a good old away real quick, and ooh, get that here. We'll figure this out.
Is it working? Awesome. Okay, what did I do? Okay, everything's good. Everything's good. Whew. Oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's I think it might be some kind of Twitch problem because I've been taking down notes and it's all been great. I just don't know what Twitch is doing. Hitting everyone. Woo!
All right, let's see here. Let's turn up desktop audio a little, and I got my headphones on. All right, that should be good. I think volume should be good on the stream. Let's get back to the action.
I'm already implementing some fixes.
Yeah, what so far have you like from from what I've done, have you worked out you need to fix?
There was very. Oh shit! Did I mess that one up? There's some small things that I wanted to fix, such as when when you moved at the end. I've never done that before. So the beam has never had to move with me. But I noticed that when you moved at the end, when the beam was down, the beam stayed where it was, and you moved out of it. So little things like that, so the beam's gonna follow you when like you exit the level.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna add a noise, so when Rudolph talks, there'll be some kind of audio clip to show that he's talking. Probably some kind of annoying.
Yeah, that was one thing that I noticed I was missing some of those. So that would work really well.
Um. Outside of that, I wish I could do something with the walls. Like I know people can make pretty steady platformers, but Game Maker is just absolutely terrible when it comes to collision.
Uh,
And I'm not necessarily the best coder. Like most of my stuff is pretty jerry-rigged.
yeah.
So I don't know a good system to make it so there's no kind of wall collision. Because the simplest code I've used now is built in X previous, Y previous. So when you bump into walls and solid objects, I just make it send you back to the coordinates you were just at.
Okay.
Versus things that I've done in the past, which taken hours on end to like get a system that just doesn't even work as efficiently.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, so I haven't pressed R yet, and I mean I'm dying enough as it is, and I just restarted. Might as well. Yeah, I don't know what I expected, honestly.
Yeah, it just blows you up.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the save. That's probably that's one of the best features I've ever seen in a video game.
Thanks. Yeah, so the frame rate slowdown is purposeful. That's just because I didn't want the player to die during it, and I didn't want to set it to absolute 0.
I see, okay. That makes sense.
I don't know, because it obviously didn't come off as purposeful to use, so I'm trying to figure out if there's maybe something else I could do instead.
Uh-huh.
I don't want it to be a cop-out, because the easiest way to do it without slowing down the frame rate is just making so your character is invincible during that. But that's kind of cheaty.
Yeah. And especially because then you come back and, like, as soon as it's gone, you die. Like,
oh, yeah, yeah.
It doesn't really change anything other than it delays the inevitable.
I guess the other thing I'm trying to figure out is, for Deck the Halls, is that level, like, way too hard? Because it's supposed to be challenging.
I didn't think it was way too hard. I'm pretty garbage at games to begin with. But I felt like it actually was, like, I wasn't getting, like, radically frustrated, and it felt like I could accomplish it.
Okay, cool. So a lot of things in this game have already been reduced. Like, the enemy bullets used to not blink, so it's harder to tell where they were. They used to be smaller. They used to fire faster. There's all these little things that had to get adjusted.
Yeah, I definitely like that the enemy bullets blink, because it's very easy to lose track of what's going on when you have, like, 3 or more dudes hanging out on screen, and you're trying to keep track of them and what bullets are around them.
Oh yeah, also the wonderful little Vlambeer trick. The first frame of every bullet is a white circle.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, because I haven't put it in yet, but Joe made a siren sound for that level. So it's not supposed to play the interlude music. It's supposed to be like a constant siren through that level.
Oh, interesting.
Joe, you know, like you're done searching inside. Like we're gonna go outside now.
Mm-hmm.
And the game only has 5 areas, and you were in the 4th is the outside one, so you're pretty close to the end.
Yeah.
The end I'm a little iffy on, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not used to making these normal games with shooting things. Shooting back.
Yeah, I think the only time I've ever implemented a gun in a game was for Omni.
Guns are okay. It just needs you need a really good reason for why you're putting it in.
Yeah.
Something a lot of people don't have.
OBS is looking pretty choppy. I don't know if that's happening on stream or not.
Stream's looking really good.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ah! Why?
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with having those boxes and obstacles and stuff around.
Mm-hmm. It almost feels like the height I expect them to be is just a little bit... Like, they're higher than I expect them to be.
Oh, okay.
Just slightly.
That is interesting. And an easy fix. Game Maker is absolutely wonderful when it comes to making 2D games. You can just pump them out, but there's a lot of affordances that Unity just has built in that it does not have.
Mm-hmm.
A real pain sometimes. I didn't actually think of those guys looking at as like reindeer heads. I hadn't thought about that. I was just trying to make these things what, like it's like a game that's supposed to be kind of repurposing Christmas words and colors into something that's not Christmas.
Yeah.
There's something really cool about like red-green color scheme that's just totally off limits because of Christmas.
Oh, interesting. I wonder, did I miss this telepad last time I came through here?
So the stream's delayed a little bit, but I know you didn't get the one to the right of the intro pad.
Yes. Or no, this one's on the left.
The one left and above?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I must have missed one because I don't remember getting 3 elves through this area.
The one I remember you not getting was the one up to the right.
Yeah.
I thought you went up there and you saw there's like a lot of bugs, and to me it looked like you're kind of like, oh, screw this. Oh god, I love how those boxes all lined up perfectly in a row.
The boxes up,
There's just boxes like across the hallway. Yeah, like yeah, you gotta walk down past them before you got to the infected guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all that stuff is randomly spawning in the level, and they
Oh,
all have,
really?
yeah, at least most of it. I have a couple boxes strategically placed, things that I want to have like support to protect from infected and stuff, but most of it's randomly spawning.
Oh, that's pretty rad.
With some slight radius things so they can't get too close to each other. And in case anything does break into levels incompletable because there's just too many solid objects in the way, that's why the self-destruct button's also there.
Okay. It seems like you have the rate of boxes and the radii around them low enough that it won't do that ever, though.
The biggest concern I have is that they have a certain size they can be. There's like a range of sizes. So there might be something funky that could happen if it's like a small box is just ever so perfectly spawns between two big ones or something.
Yeah.
You know, there's always something that could go wrong, so the button might just be nice.
Yeah, I was really hoping I could power through there, and it did not go well.
Yeah, you almost did it.
Oh, God.
So there's a couple bugs that get introduced later in the game, so it's not just the flying bugs and the soldier guys.
Yeah.
Is that something that should be introduced, do you think, earlier, or do you think it's kind of like decent pacing?
So far I think it's decent. I haven't gotten to the other guys, so I wouldn't know like how big of a change they are. But it's not like feeling super repetitive or boring yet.
Okay, cool. That was, I guess, the kind of main question. I like the fly bugs just because there's no... You can't shoot them when they're hovering above stuff, but you know that they're coming, and they don't really move too fast.
Yeah. I noticed occasionally they'll really speed up, and that catches you off guard, and that's,
Oh yeah, it's, do you want to know the secret?
Yeah.
So there's, two different kinds of them. Occasionally I'll have 3 that will spawn randomly on the map at any time during play, and they'll always very slowly move towards your location. The other ones that move faster are the ones that are always sitting in place, and they're waiting until you get in range, and then they run at you.
Interesting.
So the ones that move faster are ones that are kind of waiting for you to show up, and then once you get there, they move towards you. And then the slow ones kind of, it's just a perpetual, you know, like you kill it and it'll just respawn somewhere else on the map and come again.
Interesting.
Reinforcing player, like, you know, you can sit still if you want, but these things are always going to be coming at you.
Yeah.
Like that guy that's moving really slow that I think he just took out. That was one of the ones that just probably spawned and started moving. And a lot of them are strategically placed, but I also have a couple of the hovering ones that just randomly spawn in the room as well. So if you have to redo a level, it's mostly the same, but the box placement, and then some of the enemies will be in different areas too.
Yeah.
I wish I knew how to overcome the sticky wall thing. I tried hella hard for bottle rockets because you really need a platform in that game. It's hard enough to do it, and then the game has like changing gravity throughout the entire game, so it's just impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you working on now? What's your new thing?
I'm still working on the light for the most part.
No.
Yeah. No, I'm wrapping up on it, honestly. It's getting there.
Okay.
And then you're tearing me apart's the most recent thing outside of the light lately.
Oh, that was fun. I like playing that one.
Yeah, I enjoyed that from start to finish as a project. So I was pretty pleased with it. Yeah, other than that, other than the game jams this month, it's just going to be the light, and I'm also working on some research projects, so yeah, I've got actual work getting in the way of some stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to do some advertisement for the game jam. The things that Joe and I are gearing up for now is that you must be 18 or older to enter is going to be at Slam Dance in Utah,
Okay.
Slam Film Festival. So we're trying to figure out travel plans and get that stuff set. And then getting this project out and a couple other things. Yeah, for the live stream, what was it? I think it was Playtest Live. It'd be cool if that became a thing.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. That'd be super rad.
So I know the biggest problem for me is I always spread myself way too thin across everything. Some of it just kind of falls to the wayside, and that's the end of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So you have to stand on this pad to get it to charge up.
Yep.
I didn't notice that until I like tried to trigger it and walk away. That's good.
Yeah, if you leave the pad too close to when it's supposed to launch, I'm pretty sure I set it so it just goes back to the purple-red blinking. So you have to charge it all the way, and if you try to leave it like too soon, you'll blow it.
This little corridor through here, this like tight hallway, really scares me. Because you have them coming, the bugs coming from both angles.
That's the best part, when you have to squeeze on through.
Yeah.
Infected rattling your cage on the other side, and those little bugs coming up and down. Okay, so I fixed that. God, there's gonna be something terribly wrong with the ending. I can just feel it. I don't know what I didn't fix that I was supposed to fix, but there's gonna be something. It's gonna be glorious.
Yeah, I basically decided, now that I'm coming kind of close to the end of the light, that I'm never going to spend this much time on a game for a long time. Oh no! Why? Why have I done this to myself? No, it's so much time. Like I kept letting myself get too deep into like very specific things in the game, and spending way too much time on it. And then at the end of the day, scrapping them. And like if I just set myself with like, this is the time, like the amount of time you're going to work on this game, and you're going to be done. Like I wouldn't have done a lot of that stuff. But I went into it with the mindset of, well, I'm going to take some time on this game. Like, I'm going to try to make a more longer-term project. And just wasted a lot of time working on really specific stuff that got scrapped. Like, so that game has, like, the original idea was, like, multiple levels, and there was a whole, like, broken reality mechanic where like you could loop through like if you go through a door and then walk down a hallway, you just walk back into the room you just left and stuff like that. And all of that was like implemented and working, and then I was like, you know, this doesn't really fit with the like I've made this like really interesting game, but it doesn't tell the story that I wanted to at all. Like the gameplay doesn't line up with what I actually wanted. It's like, well, I'm just gonna kind of toss all this out, and there goes 3 months, like...
Is it possible to release the rest of it as a different game, or...?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I came across that while I was making the light that, like, I've kind of just set aside, and I'm like, that would be fun to use somewhere else. And I'll definitely play with that at some point. One thing I really miss, and I'll probably revive it before the end of the project, if I have time, is I had a really cool, like, I think the beginner's guide does it occasionally, like, very specific, like, positioned and timed, like, changes in the environment. So, like, a light will come on as you walk up to something, and just small stuff like that. Like, there's a room, like, one of the first rooms you start in, you like turn around from where the level you just spawned in, and like start walking forward into like this, or as you turn around into the like face the dark void, a light comes on in the middle of the void and like illuminates a puzzle that you have to solve and all sorts of crazy stuff like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and like all this was happening before, and then I was like, you know, I don't know how to make this game happen the way I have it now. Like I don't know how to tell the story that I want to. So I think the thing is the because I'm trying to represent like the act of creating in a like I'm trying to be pretty direct about it and not get too abstracted, because like you just need to know that I'm trying to represent creating, not like get too deep into it, which is what I had done. Like I was on like meta levels of like, oh well, you're inside your own head and that's like these worlds that you're in.
Right.
And like I was like, it's distracting from what I'm trying to say, which is like, don't think about other people's opinions of your work, really, or rather, don't let it negatively impact your work.
Look at those little buggies. Hi, bugs. Oh, so something completely unrelated, but I was wondering, you were at Miami for some period, right?
I jammed there for I did Global Game Jam there for a while.
Okay, but you never went there.
No.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, no. I only realized like this month that you actually were a student at Miami.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Because I had almost completely forgotten that like we jammed together at Global Game Jam.
Yeah. I don't think we were in the same room though, were we?
No, you were in a. I remember your team was over with in like one of the middle rooms. We were off in a corner. But I remember stopping in a few times, and I remember when you guys were doing faces that I'm pretty sure my picture was taken at some point.
I believe it. That was a cool game. I wanted to continue that, but I just had no idea. It was like all Denver's code.
Yeah, that was a really interesting experience.
If we could have completed it.
I feel like that's the Global Game Jam tagline right now. If only we could have completed it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's the year I did Barely Afloat, right?
Was it?
I think so. It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been when I did Fluffy Dark. It definitely wasn't. It had to have been the year after.
What was the theme?
Oh, hey, these guys are crazy. The theme was for Barely Afloat. What do we do now? That doesn't make much sense with faces, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think.
I can't remember what the theme was for Fluffy Dark, though. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you met the new kind of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Takes a lot more hits and he runs it.
Yeah, he was kind of spooky there. Definitely caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting him at all.
Yeah, when I had Joe playtesting this game and they didn't make any kind of screeching noises, it was kind of this unpleasant surprise when all of a sudden there's just this thing on screen uncomfortably close.
Yeah.
So, the noise helps a little bit. It gets your attention. And even without any kind of, what is it, like audio listeners, you know, for 3D audio, you can kind of tell which direction it's coming from based off of where you've been going. Because, you know, it's not going to charge at you from behind, so
yeah.
When you hear that noise, you're like, okay, it's going to be this direction.
I feel like it's been too long since I was introduced to it. Like, it now feels like it has more weight than it. Oh, hello. Like, oh, okay. So I'm starting to hit a lot of them now, as I say that. Interesting. Yeah, so it feels like when you hit that first one, and then don't see them for a while, it almost feels like it should have been more of a challenge than it was. Like, that was almost a semi-boss fight. Because this is just a new character that's introduced out of nowhere, you know, closer to the end of the game.
Right.
Or further into gameplay, rather. So I think it might be interesting to maybe put one in that large middle area, at least, one or two.
Okay. In this level, or
in this level, yeah. So back where I fought a bunch of the other guys.
right, coming down at you or something.
Yeah.
Woo. Just saw you in the level. Looks like that bug almost took out your beard.
Yeah, that was close. They decided to spawn right next to me. Oh, hello! Oh, no! Oh, man, I lost my headphones on that one. I think
No worries.
you're going to enjoy that one. That was heckin' unfortunate.
Oh, you gotta take out. Okay. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I got distracted by the
Little chargers.
chargers, yeah, and then just before I could dodge it, really, it hit me. Oh no, not these guys again. Yeah, first impressions of this level is that the chargers are definitely a lot better distributed. They don't feel as special anymore.
I'm really happy with your kind of kill death ratio. In terms of like how many times you have to restart a level and how the number of troops you have doesn't, like you were saying, doesn't particularly affect it, but it just
Yeah.
makes it a little easier. So my biggest concern while making this was like, would it be too easy to have too many? Would it be too tough if you didn't have anyone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's balanced pretty well in that, like, it feels like a lot of the time I can stop and just slow down a bit and take them out, even if it was just, like, one person.
Yeah. I was trying to guarantee that most of the enemies have a line of sight that is, like, within the screen, so when you're overwhelmed, it's more your fault than, like, enemy placement or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, you know, like, if you charge into a situation, you get taken out, I guess someone could think, like, oh, I hate this game, but it's less like, that's unfair, and more like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it forces you to be a little more tactical about how you enter a scenario in a situation.
Yeah.
I do like I can see this charger before I get up there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, chargers are, I guess, the one exception to that rule, though, because it seems like they come at you if you're going vertically.
Oh, yeah, vertically, because there's less screen space.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to take them on horizontally.
It seems like...
Yeah, stuck on a box.
Yeah, and you see that when I'm shooting at the boxes, I just noticed that they, it's probably because your collider is behind the box. But the particle effects are showing up behind the box.
That's unfortunate. I'll try to fix that.
All of them are now stuck behind boxes. Incredible. Well, that one almost got me. That was a little, that spooked me a little. My heart rate's a little bit higher now. Had one charge almost directly into me.
I know exactly why that's happening with boxes. Okay, that's weird. The way, Game Maker works, I guess I could try to change that. You give each object its origin point, which is the point that it rotates around if you're going to rotate it, or the point that you want to have depth. So, like, Game Maker depth I always set to -y, and that makes it so things farther down on the screen are in front of things on the back.
Yeah.
So the problem with the boxes is that their origin point is at their base, whereas their colliders are a little farther up, so you can walk in front of them.
Yeah.
So you don't bump into them, but that's why it appears behind the boxes.
That makes sense.
I can probably change that. I can just move the origin point up and add some depth to it or something. Jerry rigging, game maker.
Game making in general.
As long as it works, no one will know.
Exactly.
I love how shoestring some of my favorite games are.
Oh yeah.
You don't ever realize that until way later on.
Oh man, sewer levels. I am so tired. Oh.
You're almost there. You almost did it.
One of my buddies just tweeted that Twitch chat is being funky for him. So I think it is a global thing.
Global Twitch failure. It's another terrorist attack. The internet. Remember one of those sites went down earlier in the year? What sites was that affected? It was like a whole ton of them.
Oh, when there was like the Cloudflare DDoS?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad. That green blinking dirt pile can't be good news. I'm glad I got a heads up on it because I was actually about to walk directly into it.
Yeah, I definitely need to add in a Rudolph talk noise. Yes, that's another kind of enemy. The little dirt pile bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Which they're really easy to take out, but the problem is you can't shoot them until they pop.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What, did you get hit by a carrier?
I got hit by, yeah, I assume that's a carrier, the large clusters of them.
Oh, so there's the... Oh, yeah, okay. So, if you pop a carrier, it spawns a bunch of little baby ones.
Yeah.
They move really, really slow, though, so you have to make sure you do your cleanup work around them.
I think the issue was I assumed that there weren't any more because I shot, and the particle effect, I think, hid another one under it. And so I was like, oh, it's clear, and then as soon as it cleared, the little dude ran directly into me. Made me very sad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, those things are very scary because they just come popping out of the particle effects because they're so small.
I try to make sure they pop far enough away from you, but I wasn't going to do it outside of the screen because you need to see the thing pop.
Yeah.
It needs to be kind of like uncomfortably close.
Yeah. I think the only complaint I might have with those guys, and I think now that I've adapted to it, it's okay. The only complaint I might have with them, oh man, is that they still feel a little fast. Like, it's still kind of hard to react to them when it pops.
The baby bugs?
Yeah.
That's my code name. That's what they're named in the...
Oh, damn it. Yeah, they're...
Okay, I'll slow down the baby bugs a little bit.
I think maybe... I can't quite distinguish... I think the other thing is I can't quite distinguish between, like, if it was just a... Like, because the baby bugs are just the same... They look very similar to the larger ones.
Oh.
If there was maybe some visual distinction as well.
Right.
Because I think a big part of it for me is... I do a lot of, like, I just shoot, like, one burst and then expect the thing to die. And so when it pops into a bunch of little things and I've already let my finger off the mouse, like, it gives me very little time to react at that point.
Right, okay. I just made the carrier bug larger by about, what, half the size? I'm gonna do something. Okay. So the carrier bugs now now have green spots on their back and they're larger.
Okay.
That should probably help a little. Yeah, so this level has it's all manners of like carriers and things.
Mm-hmm.
You got your big bug bombs. You got your little baby bug.
I really like the gradient from, like, above we have the flying guys and what do you call the other dudes that shoot?
I've just been calling them infected.
Infected. Yeah, so like you have the flying guys and the bugs and the infected above, and then you start to get some of the chargers, and then you go down and you have chargers and then 2 new enemies. That's a really nice gradient for like distributing the because it wouldn't make sense to have flying like bugs down here really.
Yeah.
And it's not, it is a nice like thematic change just to go underground and have just a brand new set of enemies.
You're about to there might be some flying dudes a little later on, but for the most part, I just wanted it to be little dudes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what the hell? I must have missed. I think a little dude just ran right into my group and I missed him because I was just shooting away and then I exploded.
Oh, I see it. I saw it. I just saw it. Yeah, he just like dodged the fire. That was pretty good.
Oh, damn. Oh, that was close. Oh, I did lose a guy. Yeah, I do like the kind of like you're giving an origin to the chargers as well with the chargers like egg sack things. Oh, come on. Those little guys are so hard to hit.
They're so great.
Yeah, I haven't got to the point where I feel like they're like frustratingly difficult. Yeah. But they're it's like they're definitely difficult.
I slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah, I think speed is a big factor in that.
Not too much. I slowed him down about 1/5 because I still want it to be scary.
Yeah.
They only take 1 hit to kill, so it's not. The issue isn't like trying to kill them. You know, like before they get to you, it's trying to kill all of them before one gets to you.
Right. Let's see if I can create a little. One thing I wish I was able to do more efficiently is create like formations in some way.
Oh yeah.
I do enjoy using just walls to run into them and do it that way, but
that's kind of what I was hoping. I didn't want to start introducing like Rome Total War formation mechanics.
Oh yeah, no. It would be interesting, perhaps, if they like grouped around you in a circle or something instead of just kind of like following.
Right.
If they tried to like just basically maintain a rough circle around you. But then the concern with that might be that it wouldn't be very intuitive. Because right now it's very intuitive that like I move in a direction and everyone is going to face and move that direction immediately, and like I can walk around corners and I can navigate things. And my concern would be if I like tried to like walk around a corner and start shooting something, that if they were trying to like form around me dynamically, then I wouldn't be able to predict exactly how they would be standing.
Right.
And
I think like the easiest way would just to make it dumb, like so they just spawn to fill in gaps in your circle.
Yeah.
So that they don't move out of their formation ever, just so you don't have to deal with unpredictability of like some bizarre half-wit AI.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can see plenty of times where it's like a baby bug's running at you and you're like, yeah, it'll just take the shot, and like your guy moves out of the way, he'll fill in a gap somewhere else in your circle. I'm watching you just approaching these little baby bug sacks, waiting for them to pop.
Oh no. Oh.
I'm waiting for I don't know what happened yet.
I haven't died, but I was shooting at the like charger egg sack and
Oh, you accidentally popped some of the carriers behind you.
yeah. Just all of a sudden off screen, a bunch of little babies started charging at me. Okay, what?
Did you die?
Yeah, I'm not certain how.
Okay, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a carrier bug that was right behind you.
Oh, damn.
It was just sitting there, like you almost walked past it, and you backed up because of the charger, and then it walked up to you.
Weird. I don't know how I missed it. I wish the portals, the pads had some sort of audio effect, some sort of feedback while I was on them.
Okay. I'll work on that. I tried hooking it up so every time it would blink, it would make a sound, but GameMaker just was not having it.
Well, you could maybe make just a constant, like a static file that just happens to be timed with the lights.
Oh, they speed up though. That's the problem.
What I'm saying, yeah, what I'm saying is make a file that just does like follows the pattern of the lights.
Oh, gotcha.
And just pre-bake it.
Where is it? There it is. Hello, stuff.
I didn't like that sound. What was? Oh no. Carriers. Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't accidentally shoot things off screen.
Right.
Like my like biggest worry right now is when I'm shooting and then my bullets go off screen and I hear them hit things. Oh no, 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 no.
Are those do the little baby bugs pop too close to you, you think?
I wouldn't say it was too close, but I realized too late what was going on. I'm still having the issue where I like don't entirely register immediately that it's a carrier.
Oh, gotcha.
So I shoot it, and then after I've already released the mouse and it's exploded, I realize the mistake I've made.
Gotcha. Terrible little carrier bugs. Ooh, yeah, so the hope is to get this out in a day or two. So that Joe has 2 more songs he has to make, and Andrew Allenson did the middle song, the talking song. But that's an old song he made, so he was gonna send me something not new, but some other alternatives. See if one of them fits better. And then it's done. Nice little 14-day game.
Rad.
And it's not going to get featured anywhere because it is a terrible, hideous little thing.
I wouldn't say it's terrible or hideous, honestly.
It's too nice. No, I'm pretty happy with it. Some my people in my program always tell me that I need to make a non-alt game. That I need to make a game that isn't a punk game. Like, that was their challenge. Like, you need to submit a game for a class project that isn't punk. It's just so hard not to do that. I don't know what the alternative is. Like, I can't make a AAA game, so
yeah. No man, you got to do 2008 indie. That's really the hot style.
2008 indie?
Yeah.
You mean like the games made then?
Yeah, like, you know, Super Meat Boy, Braid, Fez.
Oh, right.
Basically make a platformer and give it like vector art, and you're done. Like,
Yeah, I just need to learn vector art now.
yeah.
Pixel and MS Paint's overrated.
Yeah, I think I read the description for you must be 18 or older to enter on for the USC showcase,
Mhm.
and it's just said something along the lines of or I think it was in general about your games. It was like you'll just have to ask him.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Who did that?
I don't know who wrote that. I just remember seeing it was a description on the page.
Yeah, that was yeah, for the winter show.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was about, but I liked it. You know if South by Southwest is different from the South by Southwest games?
I don't.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, congrats on 30 under 30, by the way.
Thanks.
That's like that's a hot deal.
Well, we will see what it does. So far, so good. A couple people reaching out wanting to talk, so
Oh, that's pretty rad.
might have secure publisher or something right after I graduate, which would be the dream.
Oh, that'd be super. Yeah, that'd be super rad. Yeah, 30 under 30 has kind of been a long-standing goal for me.
That was just last year. So I didn't mean to cut you off. It was it was a goal that I had in mind for a while, and last year I went on a date with this cosplayer with like I think there were like 100,000 or like 500,000 Facebook followers or something. But it was just weird, like talking to her about how she was able to turn consumerism into a career.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't realize this, but apparently when you do a lot of cosplaying, companies will pay for your flight in your room and pay to fly you out to their events to be their characters.
Oh, really?
And I now understand that part of the appeal of having a cosplayer do it, it means that, you know, so let's say that she's dressing as a League of Legends character for, you know, E3 or something, right? Having somebody who has a following means that although you're paying for them, they'll be attracting their fans to your booth.
Right.
So you're basically helping to seed your audience with a possible 100,000 people that could come. I mean, obviously they won't if they live in, you know, Germany or somewhere far away, but it means that you'll have a steady flow of people going to the booth, if not for your product, to talk to this person. And the fact that they're endorsing it helps too.
Yeah.
But one thing, it didn't work out with her, but one thing I remember is, like, towards the end of, like, our few days before we decided it wasn't, like, a thing, was we were talking about, like, our hopes for the next couple of years, and I was like, yeah, like, I really want to make Forbes 30 under 30, and she was like, yeah, I really want to, I think it was maybe work on the new Star Wars movie, I forget what it was, but it was just funny because it was just like, I did it this year.
Yeah.
And she reached out to me on Twitter, was like, congrats, and I was like, oh, that's like a blast from the past. Yeah, you can do it. I think you're gonna, if you do want to go to USC, I think you stand a really good chance for getting in. Not a lot of people going to the program have portfolios in games. So the fact that you have a good built-up amount of prior work will help a lot.
Well, that's reassuring because, like, that's like a kind of a scary thing for me because I'm really pinning a lot of like my life on being able to do grad at least somewhere
right
decent. So
the thing about USC is that there aren't a lot of scholarship options your first year there, so you
Mm.
kind of just have to eat it.
Yeah.
But once you're in, there are research opportunities and some other scholarships that can kind of give you like full rides or at least a half full ride and get you on their medical program and stuff.
Okay.
So there was some drama in the past where some students got scholarships the first year and then they turned down the program. So the program lost the scholarships. It was some kind of situation where because the money wasn't spent, it just disappeared for the next year and went elsewhere within the school.
Hmm.
So now the games program is very finicky about their, I guess, scholarships.
I see.
They want to make sure they're not going to lose them, so they want to make sure you're dedicated, by at least being in the first year.
Yeah.
You have more characters on this last level than I think I've ever seen in this level before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I kind of put all those extra boosts there in case somebody was just struggle busing. Which is totally fine. Broken because of it. Any misstep is still a lost character or two.
Well, after my repeated run-ins with the carriers, I've become very conservative. Yeah, the big thing for me right now is like I really want to go. I want to end up somewhere that has a big name behind it as far as design goes. And like it's really nice that I ended up at RIT at the time that I did because there's a lot of innovation and a lot of really cool stuff going on here right now. But it's mostly on the programming side of things. Like there's not a whole lot of focus on design within our major. I mean, it's a Bachelor of Science. Like it's a programming intensive major. And we have a game design major, but it's also a Bachelor of Science, and it is somewhat design focused, but it's not, or a game design rather graduate studies, and it's still again very programming focused. So I'd like to get somewhere that is very design oriented.
Yeah, I think the design oriented. I can't speak for UCLA. I know some people that have come out of there, but it seems to be more kind of internet art focused than it is design.
Okay. Ooh, I just had a really close run-in with a charger.
NYU has a pretty good. I mean, they keep on growing their backing and alumni.
Yeah.
And they've had some big names come out of there recently. I just saw that. Ooh, Jesus Christ, that was right. They have programs, so once you graduate, I know that's what Circa Infinity came out of, and I think that's what Glitched came out of too.
That was a really cool strategy. I don't know if you just you're about to see it. I noticed because of the way I have my guys spread out, if I shoot real close to me, they just shoot all over the place.
I've never done it straight in the middle. That's pretty good. The one I've done is if you hold it closer to your guys and farther away, it kind of umbrellas backs out.
Yeah.
Umbrella back out. It's kind of like a shotgun effect, which is nice when you kind of deal with enemies that are swarming from one direction. For maybe a future game.
Oh yeah.
All about dealing with the crosshair and how to get the maximum fire. Oh crap! Okay, so a game where you only get one shot. Your characters are lined up in a room. They're all gonna fire at your cursor. You have to figure out how to hit all the targets in the room with one shot.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
So it's like this kind of strategy execution thing. That'd be neat. That'd be a cool way to play with that.
Oh God, why? Why is this happening to me? Oh, oh.
I'm on the mic. There was some issue.
Oh, you're on that mic.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, the mic.
Joe's here.
Joe, hello.
Twitch is acting up globally with the chat, so
Yeah, I was
we're on
noticing
Google
that.
Hangout.
Couldn't, like, load the chat. I was watching it.
He's in the final area now. Couple bugs fixed. I'm gonna end that warning about entering the nest to that little narrow area before you enter the room. Get into the nest, and then it's like, maybe we should stop shooting. Yeah, NYU's program's pretty good. I mean, I'd obviously vouch for USC though.
Yeah. Oh my God, why have I done this to myself?
I think it kind of depends on where you want to move after graduating as well.
Oh yeah.
Because if you want to stay on the East Coast, then NYU makes sense because then you can build your network on the East Coast. But you know, if you want to move to city, then you probably want to go to Desert City School.
Oh no, you died. What
Yeah.
did you do?
I think one of my dudes walked into a nest and popped it. All right, we're gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
I think before I go forward, because this has been a particularly loud level, I have the game volume almost just perfectly that like when I'm shooting, it's almost impossible to hear you, but I can just barely make it out. I'm gonna turn everything down a little bit more. All right, that way I actually make out what's going on. I could barely hear Joe for a while there.
Hello.
That's still pretty loud. Yeah, I have the slider down to we're gonna go down to 1 here. I'm gonna turn everything. Oh God, that's gonna be really loud. Okay.
Chris said he wants to be GDC.
Oh, awesome.
All right.
Guess one more time. Maybe we can move. Okay.
I mean, I just know because think about it. You have the queen in one room, the king in one room. You have 2 singles, and then you have a pull-out. So unless 2 people are sharing a pull-out, it's 5. You know, if 2 people are sharing a pull-out, it's 6.
Are you sure the pull is 2?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a queen.
Yeah, we're making our GDC plans right now.
Rad. So I'm waiting to hear back from. I should probably buy my plane tickets now. I had applied for CA and I got waitlisted.
No.
Yeah, it happens. It happens every year because there's so many people that want to be a CA. Like, especially now that it's a paid position, like you might as well just like give up. Honestly.
Is it actually paid? I thought you just get tickets.
It's paid now. They have like there was some drama and now they have to pay you minimum wage.
Oh,
that's so good.
The
Yeah.
Indie Game Summit passes are sold out already.
Yeah, we got those, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you freaked me out for a moment. We always get Indie Game Summit passes.
I see. Yeah, my program gives us free floor passes, and like that's really like, as far as I'm concerned, that's all I really need for now, because a lot of the time it's mostly meeting with people and talking to people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I applied to the IGDA scholars as well, and they're supposed to get back to me this week.
Yeah, we'll see where that goes.
You get a ton more chances. You'll get it eventually. I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I still have to book my flight because I'm waiting to hear back from them and see what's going on with that, and then.
Right. Ooh, question. Do you ever do Train Jam, or do you stay at the Indie Hostel or anything?
I'm staying at the Indie Hostel this time around. I already got that booked.
Okay.
And then, because GDC last year was my first year, or this year rather.
Okay.
And I'd like to do Train Jam, but that's another thing that's like incredibly like packed and also kind of expensive.
We rode a train up to visit our grandma in Ohio this winter break, and Train Jam, from what I've heard, there has no showers. There's no showers.
Yeah.
So that's like after riding this train up to see our grandma and just feeling stiff and didn't get any rest.
Yeah,
it's like
gross.
that for a week. I don't know if I'm ever gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm only going to get older, and I can guarantee that when I'm past 30, that's not something I'm going to be looking forward to. Just do a plane jam. Those are fun.
Yeah, man. I was just talking with, I think it was Ian about that recently. Ian Schreiber.
Yeah.
He's pretty fond of turning pretty much everything in his life into a jam.
It's a good way to go.
Yeah. I mean, when you're like literally the co-founder of Global Game Jam, your life kind of becomes a game jam. It's pretty rad. I'm enjoying being able to work with him on this research project right now.
What's it for?
It's a basically a game to teach medical students basically how the human body works during pregnancy and like how to treat certain conditions and stuff. And it's not like the thing that he's trying to avoid is like making the standard like terrible educational game. Like he's trying to really apply design concepts in a new way to this. And like if there's anybody that's going to be able to pull that off fairly well, it's going to be him. And so it's actually been really cool working with him on that because he's very transparent about his design process and how he comes to like solutions. And like his biggest thing right now is teaching. Like, so he's like, it's really great because he'll just walk in and like cover a whiteboard with thoughts and be like, this is how I'm breaking this down. And this is my process. And he's kind of just like teaching us that as well as allowing us to work with him on this project, which is super cool.
Chunk of the conversation.
That's really good.
Yeah. He posted that in the boys chat, and I'm like, okay.
Wait, he posted it in the boys chat?
No, Tyler did.
Oh,
Tyler
okay.
admittedly just said it out loud.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so Noah, some fun. I wouldn't really call it drama.
It's just trying to figure out who we're gonna live with next year. It's like one of those things where you don't think it's gonna be a problem, and then it becomes a problem just because you're, spending so much time trying to figure it out.
We have a couple of people we're trying to vet, and it more has to do with will we work well together? Because the way that Joe and I are trying to shape this is we want to live with other people that just make shit.
Oh, yep. I literally went through this like 3 months ago when we were figuring out who we were living with next year. Like, I've gone through this exact process. So many people flaked out.
Well, our problem isn't people flaking out. It's people, like some of Joe's friends.
Over time.
Yeah, some of Joe's friends have graduated from college, and now that they're out, their personalities are changing.
Oh.
And what's worrying me and Joe too is that because their personalities are changing, we can see how they operate without the pressure of school.
And how it's changing, like, how they act in social situations, and if we want to have any of that, because we don't want to, like, deal with that or have to shoot someone down all the time, or...
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that it's not just for us, it's kind of for them and for us, and that's why it's kind of getting...
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty terrible situation.
It'll work out fine. Like, as long as you don't make it a personal thing, like, don't tell this person, like, you're terrible. Just say, hey, I think we have differences of opinion. Working. I think our lifestyles are too different now.
All right, I've hit the ending here. Oh, man. Interesting. I blew up the planet at the end.
If anyone South by Southwest comes back.
No idea.
Okay, because David's going to be there. David, it sounds like he submitted a thing. I think it got in.
Oh, a talk or something? Like
Yeah,
panel?
I think
Okay.
there's a talk at South by.
Yeah, the end. One question. Why did it scroll too fast at the end? Were you pulling down a key or something?
Wait, did it scroll too fast? I'm sorry, I missed the question.
I'm sorry. So, I set the game so when you press down a key during any of the text sessions, it'll scroll faster.
Oh, I wasn't holding anything down.
Oh, you weren't? Okay.
No, I don't believe I was.
I'm going to check that out right now. Yeah, so that's it. Do you think it was decent?
I enjoyed it. I think the ending could have had a little bit more impact. I think there just wasn't enough juice in like hitting R. Like that's a big moment, right? Like you're hitting R, you're gonna do this thing that you've been building up to for the entire game, and then you just kind of explode, and then a bunch of stuff happens. But that delay felt kind of like awkward and like it felt very uneventful. Like I felt like I just dropped the ball and was like, all right, I exploded. Like I half expected it to be like, haha, it didn't work or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I very much
Okay.
expected a slap in my face. Like this was all for nothing.
Gotcha. No, I'd hate to pull that on somebody. That's like Call of Duty, no Russian level. Bull. You know that level, right? Maybe.
Not off the top of my head.
So, I think it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Mm-hmm.
I forget which one. I don't really play those games. But there was this level where you're in a Russian airport, and it was really controversial because you had
Oh
to shoot
yeah.
all these civilians. So you didn't have to, but you could.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that sucked about the level is that it got hard because like armored cops came in, and it was just a nightmare slogging towards the very end bit. But then the level ends because you get in this truck because you're a planted CIA agent, like you're an American planted there to like monitor this terrorist group that you're with, and they're the ones shooting up this airport, and you're just with them, like you're embedded with them.
Yeah.
So the way the game ends is that you get in this truck with them and you're about to escape, and then one of the Russian terrorists turns to you, admits that they know that you're an American agent, and then they shoot you and drop you out of the back of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Which propels the rest of the game because the idea is that the Russians think this was an American attack on the airport because they find a dead American outside of it.
Yeah,
Um,
I remember this scene now. It's been a long time since I played Modern Warfare 2.
the stupid bit was that why is it important that the Russian terrorists kill you versus the Russian police that come to get the airport? Because wouldn't it make more sense? Like
Mm-hmm.
it could be more credible if the Russian police killed you and then they're like, oh crap, like we shot this American.
Yeah.
He was the one doing this. So it was this weird thing where it's like, if you blow up yourself up, if you blow yourself up at the end and nothing happens, what was the significance of you blowing yourself up at the end and nothing happens versus you doing it before? Why did the game make you restart before versus it being important at the end?
Right.
Like it's just like narratively there has to be some reason for the action taking place at that time. I mean, that would be funny. I'm just trying to think of a way to like tie it in.
Yeah. No, that totally makes sense.
The Christmas tree rock things, I'm going to try to make that more clear. There's supposed to be some kind of like bomb or some kind of nuke or something.
Mm.
So I'll juice those up.
But yeah, overall, like outside of that, I felt it was pretty good. There were some sections where I felt it was maybe a little dry in that, like, I just like it was like, all right, I gotta walk for the next 10 seconds and just kind of be here.
Right.
So if it was a little more like, I really liked the peaks. Like every time that there was a lot going on, it didn't feel like there was too much.
Mm-hmm.
But it felt like there were times where there was too little going on.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to look for that. Sweet. Awesome. Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for playing.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, totally setting up something with the live stream playtest type thing.